as we'll see Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Jacob Eason and the Seattle Seahawks.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the rookie, a fourth-round pick out of Washington. It's Jacob Eason.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Now a guy who grew up just south of here across the river, Jonathan Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down. Eason, he's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their veteran quarterback in season number 16 in the NFL. It's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 17 carries, 65 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball a 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Eason going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this...
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the 1st drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Check, 59. All day, baby, all day. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. It's no secret they have been struggling big time. They've gone 2 months without a win, 8 straight losses. But right now they do have the lead. First and 10, Eason. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun is Eason. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin the drive with Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On the jet sweep, this is Beasley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Bye-bye, Beasley. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards on the ground. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution on the handoff? Most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you've got to execute it well. Otherwise, it's a fumble.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They hand off to their big tight end. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off by Anthony Brown. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
They'll take over the first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
On first down, Jacob Eason. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Seahawks and Eagles, you might remember, they met up in the wild card round a season ago. It's a night Philly fans could probably stand to forget. Carson Wentz exited early after just 4 passes thrown, and Josh McCown at 40 years of age brought in, but the Seahawks, they were too tough as they slugged out a 17-9 victory. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Check 55, come on. Check 55, come on. Ready?
Eason. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there. Extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things.
Tyler Lockett. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chase Claypool, 79 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive, with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. And I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Down left side, a completion to his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Eason to throw. Eason in trouble, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets them on the doorstep, first and goal.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now Fitzpatrick firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Throwing again on second and 10. Eason, he's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Man, they got to let him play.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept.
And he's going to be taken down to the end zone. Fitzpatrick sacked, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, tight down. Check. Watch 54. Here we go.
Play action. It's Eason. He's going to let it go again. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Man, that ain't made no sense.
Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And it's player spotlight time, and we shine that. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
So gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 8.
Let's go one more. Hey, check right, check right. What's that? Hey.
To throw on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Mike by 5. Mike by 5.
A 1st down throw for Fitzpatrick. Left side complete to Lockett. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Johnson on, it's poked free. Football's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. 1st and 10, Taylor now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason, he's going to loft one deep. He's got it at the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 45 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 13. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Well, I think we all know the turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the third quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good, and then...
Yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick six, and I don't know, the rest of this second half shaping up to be very interesting. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cole Beasley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Oh, man, can't do that.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He was brought down by Darryl Roberts.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Here we go. Here we go.
First down, Fitzpatrick. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the result here, the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's got Lockett. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
I got you, boy.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Fitzpatrick now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Eason. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Johnson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 15, just over 2 minutes to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Eason. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards the pickup there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Kill.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Dontari Poe able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Eason off the play fake. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Let's go.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's